Greetings, everyone. We are Team Alert, and we are here to present our research entitled The Use of Animation-Based Learning in Sex Education for Filipino Adolescents to Improve Human Immunodeficiency Virus or HIV Awareness in Pampanga, Philippines. Despite global efforts, HIV remains a major public health issue that disproportionately affects adolescents. The World Health Organization emphasizes early sexual and reproductive health education. However, in the Philippines, discussions about sex remain taboo due to the cultural and religious norms. This leads to misconceptions and limited access to accurate information, especially among young people. As digital and animation media becomes central to adolescents' learning, animation offers a promising and engaging medium for simplifying complex subjects like HIV and making sex education less intimidating and more acceptable. Significance of the study. Animation provides a innovative, youth-friendly, and culturally appropriate method in teaching and spreading awareness in HIV. The findings of this study can help educators, health institutions, and policymakers in creating effective educational materials that appeal to this generation. The main problem is how effective is animation-based learning in improving HIV awareness among Filipino adolescents in Pampanga, Philippines. The sub-problems are how can animation-based HIV education influence adolescents' understanding, attitudes, and preventive behavior to reduce the risk of HIV infection? What are the common knowledge and misconception gaps about HIV among adolescents that can be addressed through animation learning? And lastly, how do cultural and religious factors affect parents and communities' acceptance of animation-based sex education for Filipino adolescents about HIV? How can animation-based learning material make HIV more engaging, youth-centered, and culturally appropriate for Filipino adolescents? And how can animation-based learning be incorporated into the formal sex education programs to help reduce HIV transmission among Filipino adolescents? The main goal of this research is to determine the effectiveness of animation-based learning in improving HIV awareness among Filipino adolescents in Pampanga. Specifically, it aims to understand how animation influences knowledge, attitudes, and preventive behavior, identify misconceptions that animation can correct, explore cultural and social factors affecting its acceptance, and propose ways to integrate animated materials into sex education programs. The study is limited to adolescents aged 10 to 19 in Pampanga and focuses solely on animation. Excluding other media formats, it evaluates immediate knowledge and awareness after viewing an animation but does not measure long-term behavioral changes. Definition of terms. Adolescents, individuals aged 10 to 19. This age range falls within the WHO's definition of young people, encompassing individuals with aged 10 to 24. Animation-based learning, an educational method using animated media to explain complex concepts in a simpler, engaging, and entertaining way. Cultural factors, the influences of a person's cultural background, including beliefs, values, norms, and practices. Human immunodeficiency virus, a virus that causes acquired immune deficiency syndrome or AIDS, weakens your immune system by destroying your T cells, leaving one vulnerable to illnesses. HIV awareness, the public understanding and knowledge of what HIV is, how it's transmitted, prevention, and treatment. Sex education helps people gain the information and skills needed to make the best decisions for themselves about sex and relationships. Acronyms: AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency virus, its syndromes, rather. ART, antiretroviral therapy. ARVs, antiretroviral medication. DOH, Department of Health. HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. PrEP, pre-exposure prophylaxis. WHO, World Health Organization. A review of related literature shows that globally, animation and digital media significantly enhance knowledge retention, engagement, and positive attitudes toward HIV prevention. This study indicates that animated learning reduces stigma and makes sensitive topics easier to understand. Nationally, the Philippines struggles with one of the fastest growing HIV epidemics in the region, and only a small percentage of youth have correct HIV knowledge. Cultural and religious barriers limit the implementation of comprehensive sex education. Locally, Pampanga continues to report increasing HIV cases while most adolescents demonstrate low to moderate understanding of HIV transmission and prevention. This highlights the urgent need for innovative educational approaches like animation. Synthesis of the review. Global evidence supports animation as an effective HIV education tool. National and local data highlight low awareness and high stigma among Filipino youth. Few studies explore animation-based HIV learning in Pampanga, creating the gap this study addresses. The study uses a quantitative descriptive research design to measure adolescents' levels of HRV awareness after exposure to animated materials. The respondents are adolescents selected through purposive sampling to ensure relevance to the study's objectives. Data will be collected using a researcher-made questionnaire consisting of demographic information, knowledge about HIV, and awareness and attitudes after viewing the animation. These instruments will be validated by experts and pilot tested to ensure reliability using Cronbox Alpha. The data gathering procedure includes securing ethical clearance, requesting school permission, obtaining informed consent, administering the animation and questionnaire, and preparing the data for analysis. For statistical treatment, frequency and percentage will describe demographic profiles, while weighted mean will assess level of HIV awareness and attitudes. The results will classify awareness levels from very low to very high. Overall, this study aims to demonstrate that animation-based learning is a powerful tool for improving HIV awareness among Filipino adolescents. Its findings may guide educators, health institutions, and policymakers in adopting youth-friendly, engaging, and culturally appropriate educational materials to support HIV prevention efforts in Pampanga and beyond. Ethical considerations. This study will follow the American Physiological Association or APA set standards. Participation is very voluntary and respondents will be assured of confidentiality. Informed consent will be obtained and no identifying information will be collected to ensure anonymity. That is all for our presentation. Moving on to the questions. How does your proposed concept integrate technology with creativity to enhance user engagement in entertainment or multimedia applications?
Our proposed concept integrates technology and creativity through the use of animation as an educational medium for HIV awareness. Instead of traditional lectures or printed materials, we plan to present information using animated storytelling, visuals, and sound that appeal to the adolescents. This approach combines digital technology and artistic design to make learning more interactive and engaging. By featuring culturally relevant characters and relatable situations, the animation will encourage emotional connections, improve understanding, and make sensitive topics like HIV more approachable. Through this integration, we aim to transform education into an enjoyable and meaningful experience for our audience.
What specific multimedia tools, platforms, or programming technologies will be utilized in developing your proposed system?
To develop our proposed animation, we plan to use Adobe Creative Suite tools. Adobe Animate and After Effects will be used to create animation and motion graphics, while Photoshop and Illustrator will handle character and background designs. Premiere Pro will be utilized for video editing and final composition. The Audacity for voice recording and sound enhancement. The completed animation will be distributed through social media platforms or online learning environments, ensuring accessibility to a wider audience. These tools were selected because they are industry standard, reliable, and capable of producing professional quality visuals suited for educational purposes.
Thank you. Moving on to our next question. In what way does your project contribute to the advancement of digital entertainment, such as gaming, animation, or interactive media?
Our project contributes to the advancement of digital entertainment by showing how animation can be used not only for entertainment but also for education and advocacy. This study promotes the concept on entertainment, where education and entertainment work together to create a more engaging learning experience. By the use of animation to raise awareness about HIV, we demonstrate how digital media can influence positive social behavior and break stigmas. It also opens opportunities for content creators to develop meaningful projects that address real world issues, providing that digital entertainment can have creative and social impact.
Thank you. Moving on. How do you plan to ensure an optimal balance between technical performance and artistic quality in your proposed work?
We plan that to achieve balance between technical performance and artistic quality through a careful design and validation process. Technically, we will optimize animation quality, ensure smooth playback, and make the output compatible with various devices. Artistically, we will prioritize strong visuals, cultural relevance, and emotional storytelling that fits our target audience. Regarding in the maintaining this balance, the animation will undergo expert validation and pilot testing among adolescents to ensure it is educational, engaging, and appropriate. This process allows us to refine both the technical and creative aspects until we achieve an output that is visually appealing and functionally effective.
Thank you so much. For our last question, what are the potential real-world applications or industry opportunities that could result from the successful implementation of your project?
If successfully developed, our project will be used by schools, government health programs, and NGOs as a creative tool for HIV awareness and sex education. It can supplement classroom discussions and community campaigns, helping educators deliver sensitive topics in a youth-friendly way. In the multimedia field, this proposal also highlights opportunities in educational animation, digital advocacy, and public health communication, showing how creative technology can promote social good. Furthermore, the same framework can be applied to other public health or social awareness topics, expanding its value and impact beyond HIV education.
Thank you so much. That will be all